to make a diminished value recovery. How much? I can't tell you until we send it out.
Exactly.
But we pay the
Depends kind of car, too.
Absolutely. We pay the $100. We don't ask our clients for a penny. We will pay the $100 and recoup that at the end. If for whatever reason we can't make that recovery, then we eat.
You eat it.
We eat it along with our time, but that doesn't happen. So getting back to states where they have diminished value, if an attorney were ever to get involved, your fee would be not from $1. It would be if the insurance company offered $2,000 and you're saying it's $3,000. Well, how can you charge the person a fee on the first $2,000?
Right.
So
because they get that on their own.
Right. So it's impossible. And the other thing is, when people receive these checks in those states, they cash them immediately.
Oh, I'm sure.
So that ends that entitlement. So
we've only got a couple more. I'm telling you, time goes by so fast. First of all, give everybody your phone number.
Phone number, 561 area code 640-3555, and you can reach us anytime.
And your website. Your website goes live tonight.
Our website, we're so excited. It took us a long time, but it's absolutely wonderful. Our website is www.getdv, that's for diminished value.com. So getdv4me.com. Now, 4 is numeral 4. So getdv numeral 4 for me.com. Actually, I'm making this a lot more difficult than what it is. It's getdv4me.com. And you go to that website, it'll answer all of your questions, and you can put in your information, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. How long do these cases take for us to get it resolved? 45 days to 60 days from the date we get all of the material from the body shop. This is boom, boom, boom.
It's amazing what you've discovered.
Thank you.
And basically, you're the only one really out there who knows what you're doing. Well, you have done all the work on this, and the good thing is that insurance companies know you now.
Yeah, we're very blessed, and to be honest with you, we get so much work from referring law firms that they handle the bodily injury portion, but they don't handle this because they either didn't know it exists or it's just not what they know how to do. So,
well, we're going to go to break right now. Brett, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
The name of the firm is Findler and Findler. And I'm telling you that if you've been in an automobile accident, especially a nicer, older vehicle, newer vehicle, this is something you...
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Experts show with Steve-O and Renee. Tune in every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. while some of the top local experts in their field from Broward and Palm Beach counties educate you in the areas of law, health, financial, and home improvement. You can also call our offices at 888-574-6999 to become an expert on our show. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Aging in the sun are the greatest sources of damage to the skin. Vitamin C applied as a serum may help improve the pigmentation, roughness, and fine lines of damaged skin. This improves firmness, tone, radiance, and texture. Vitamin C, a strong antioxidant, helps form collagen, which fills in the skin and lends to smoothness, helping your skin look younger and more beautiful. Invite Health, a respected leader in nutrition, offers a very pure, high-quality vitamin C toning serum that is free of the fragrances and parabens that can mimic the effects of estrogens in your body. Take advantage of this great offer from Invite. Call now to purchase one bottle of vitamin C toning serum for $19.95 and receive a free protective hand cream along with free shipping. That's a $59.85 value for just $19.95. This is a limited time offer. Contact Invite at 800-804-0973. Support the healthier skin safely with Invite's Vitamin C Toning Serum. Call 800-804-0973. That's 800-804-0973. You can also visit an Invite Health location or visit invitehealth.com.
Talk 1470 WWNN Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
If you've decided to get back to feeling good again like you used to feel, then you're invited to tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob, At your service, Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Transform Your Mind, Body, and Spirit with Lisa Dowskin. Lisa has been a fitness professional for the past 20 years, as well as a fitness competitor. She is now a life coach and is ready to help educate and guide you with nutrition, exercise techniques, and positive mindset. You may call in to ask Lisa any questions about how you can jumpstart your very own transformation and become a better you. Call in at 888-565-1470 or visit her website at lisadowskin.com and Facebook BBL Fitness. Do you want to be healthier, happier, and live a longer and more fulfilled life? Let's get ready to transform your mind, body, and spirit and emerge to a new you.
I love that song. Yay! Hi, welcome to Transform Your Mind, Body, Spirit with Lisa Dowskin. I love that song. I was at the doctor's office with my kids today, and we were all three singing that song. They told me, Mom, keep your day job, don't sing anymore. So anyway, without waiting any others, we'll get right into it. Let me introduce the band that's with me today, the two band members from Inner Circle, one of the best reggae bands out there. I love it. If you guys go by the reggae band, if that's okay.
Of course.
Towder and Lancelot. Yay! You guys introduce yourself and what you play in the band.
Yeah, I'm Towder Harvey, keyboard player for the group. Been with the group several years. A quick disclaimer. The clip that you just saw with Bad Boys, you know what I mean? That's not what we represent or what we try to represent with the song. It was just something that Malcolm Barber and them, it fit their theme. So, the song was written with the intent of cops in mind.
Yeah. Okay, got that? And Lancelot, you play the drums,
I'm
right?
the drummer, yes.
Okay, awesome. So how many people in the band?
5 most of the time, sometimes 6.
Okay.
6 on stage.
There's four core members.
Okay, and
which
you
is,
guys...
the Lewis brothers, Lance and I.
Okay, and you've been together the whole time, or there were different members of the band, or what?
Well, the current lineup has been together 30 years.
Oh, wow, that's great. And you've been in it how long?
Long enough.
And you? Longer.
Let's put it this way. I have a saying. I always tell people when people ask me about the band, I says, well, I've been divorced twice, but I'm still with the band.
Okay, that's cute. Now, what would you say is your most famous song? What would you say it's that, or that was just because of the TV show?
That might be the most popular in the U.S.
Yes.
Okay.
In the U.S. it's popular, but our most popular song to date is Sweat.
Okay.
That's a global... The only place it did not go number 1 was here in the U.S.
Oh, wow. No, that's my favorite song.
Yeah,
I love that song.
It went in the top 10, but it didn't get to the number 1 slot because it was never played on... the video was never played on TV in America.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's one of the reasons why it never went to number 1.
Oh, why wasn't it playing, the video here? Is it too dirty?
We can only guess.
Do you get down and dirty?
No.
Politics.
Politics.
Oh, okay. Now, outside of the U.S., what would be the most famous song? That one, too, the same song?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's definitely the best song. So what I want to tell the people listening is how I met you. You were a member of the gym. And what we're going to talk about today is the law of attraction and the universal pull and spirituality. My book, which I talk about all the time, Metamorphosize, I talk about my ex-boyfriend who passed away, and that was our song, Sweat. I love that song. And I met him when I was, I think, 21. So I love that song. We would dance all the time. And then after he passed away, I had opened a gym to help people transform their mind, body, spirit. And Metamorphosize, the name of the book, is coming from the cocoon to the butterfly. And what helped me get over my ex was a CD called Metamorphosize, and it was all about meditation and spirituality. So anyway, it was just so amazing to me that one day you walk into my gym and I find out you're with the band Inner Circle and the song, and I just feel it's all a connection, how the universe puts every piece of the puzzle together in your life that has significant meaning to you.
It's a big ball, 360 degrees.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. I couldn't believe it. And it just touched my heart when I met you and the song and the book, and it just all connected. And then you came to my book opening last year, this book signing that I had. So thank you very much. And thank you for being here. But let's talk about spirituality. What are your beliefs about the universe, the law of attraction? What do you feel?
Well, as I say, every person, I believe, has a propensity for spirituality, whether they profess it yes or no.
Right.
Now, in saying that, there are some people that things just happen by chance.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've just demonstrated, I don't think it was just a chance, me getting into that gym.
Right.
Funny enough, where the gym is located, because I'm not really a type of guy who goes out of my way for some things, but the gym just happened to be in the complex where I live.
Yeah, of course. How convenient, in your backyard. Yeah, in Grand Palms. It's a golf course, for those of you who don't know. Golf course, country club. There's, I think, 1,200 homes there, right?
Right, yeah.
So you got to drive by the gym every day to go anywhere. You
Precisely.
feel guilty if you don't go. But isn't that amazing? It's for sure not by a coincidence.
Right.
It was definitely meant to happen, for sure. So tell me your thoughts.
Well,
Sir Lancelot.
There's also another book that was given to a fan of ours in Brazil called Celestine Prophecies.
Right.
And in that book, it talks about the different stages of, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
And people come into your life for either to teach you or to learn.
Right.
You know, so it's a real deep book, and I don't think we really so much, wouldn't say like we believe in spirituality as much as we just live it.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know?
It's a way of living. And
Right. I don't try to pass it on to anyone, you know, unless they're open to it.
Right.
Then I'm willing to talk about it.
That's great.
You
Yeah.
know? And unlike religion, where people kind of shove it down your throat.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I
not
kind
good.
of take offense to that. I know my grandmother grew me in Christianity, but to separate people isn't that segregation?
Yeah, that's true.
So you have all these different religions. Okay, why don't we just be spiritual?
Yeah, and I agree 100%. People ask me, what religion are you? I say I'm spiritual.
Right.
Where I pray is at the beach. I pray at my house. I could pray right here.
Right.
I don't like the whole organized religion, but
Me neither.
yeah.
Me neither. You know, I grew up in it. I was schooled in the Rastafarian faith, even though I grew up with a very Christian background. But it's the same thing to me. You know what I mean? The organized religion just ain't my thing. It ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah. But I love what you said about spirituality, that you'll talk about it if people want to hear about it. This show is to teach people how to open their minds and be more mindful and more aware of what's around them, because there's people out there listening right now who you would come into their life, and if the song had something to do with their ex who passed away or whatever, they wouldn't connect the dots and be mindfully aware.
Right.
So I think people are raising their level of conscious awareness of what's going on around them, and to be more mindful. Like I've heard many stories where there's a 10-foot sign put in front of a person's face. 10 people will drive by it. 9 people won't even look at the sign that's right there.
That's true.
But that one person will look at the sign and it'll change their life. I don't understand why people don't see the signs.
One of the things is that what we do and I appreciate this, is that because we are performers and we're given the platform to get our message to a mass audience, we do write some material that, try to be spiritual in a sense, and sometimes it's as it's not even intentionally put that way, but somebody interprets it that way. And I remember I was in Rhode Island, and this lady came to me and says, "Reggae music has changed my life."
Yeah.
And when she said that, I said, "What do you mean by that?" She says, "Reggae music has changed my life. That's made me a better person."
Yeah.
And she went into detail to explain to me the different changes, and I can say, okay,
Yeah, I think music in general changes people. And talk about the soul, moving your soul. This morning I was teaching a spinning class for my Trump people listening, the Trump where I teach. And we played your song Sweat. And I was so excited to be here with you guys today. And they loved it. I mean, there was probably 20 people in the class, a couple of men and mostly women. And they love it. It moves your soul. It's just amazing. So I think the spiritual connection has to do with music too. But I wonder why people could feel music and be aware of that, but they can't be aware of other spiritual encounters.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need to wake up. Well, let's talk back to you. When you say that people are open to hear about spirituality, like what entices you to talk about it? What part of spirituality do you enjoy talking about?
Well, it's more their interests and what they're willing to learn.
Yeah.
I think we should all teach something that we know we have a little knowledge about, so it gets passed on.
Yeah.
But it's usually just passing on good advice, mostly.
Well, let's talk about the personal training. We just met outside because I have never met you before.
Right.
I've seen you, though, in concert, but I probably had a couple of wines. Remember that? Where did I go and see you at that place down in Miami?
The Art Center.
The Art Center. Yeah. That was so funny. I went with my 3 best friends that are very spiritual, and we happened to walk into the wrong venue, and it was a ballet or something, and we're looking around
that was the one across the street.
Yes, we're like, where's all the reggae people? We're in jeans and cut-off shirts, and they're all in suits. It was so funny. That was hilarious. But that concert was great. I loved it. But anyway, so when we met, we were talking about personal training, that you're a trainer.
Right.
Another thing I love to teach about, why are people so into looking good, their bodies, but they don't want to work on their mind or their spirit? So let's talk about that.
Well, it's a start, really.
One second, not to cut your Lance. I got a very
not to cut you, but he will.
I got it. I know. I got a very good analogy for that. I was at my podiatrist recently,
right?
And we met some people in Austria that make shoes, and these shoes they're costly. So my podiatrist said to me, these are very nice shoes. I would love to. I said, will your clients pay the cost for them? She go, that's so true. People spend all this time on their feet, yet still they don't take care of their feet, and they would never think of spending $300-400 for a pair of shoes to protect their feet.
Yeah,
yet
that's
still
crazy.
they spend it on something else. It's the same thing with spirituality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's something that can enlighten your spirit, your mind, body, and soul,
right?
They look for, I guess it's just the nature of things. We tend to look for the easiest way out.
Yeah. It's true. It is the easy way out. Because you could relate to this. It's not that hard to work out. If you get the person to the gym, they're going to do the work and they're going to work out with a trainer especially.
Right.
But to go home, if only we could shop for them, open their refrigerator, open their mouth, take the fork out of their mouth, then we could really help them.
Yeah.
And so that's when the hard work comes in. But getting back to spirituality, I tell all the time, the people that I train, you can go to the gym and work out, but when you're at home, do something that enlightens you, that makes you feel better, because you could look like a supermodel in the mirror. You could look like the perfect body, but if what's up here is
That's
terrible, then who cares how you look? And now when you train, do you train more of just the body? Do you educate them on nutrition and mindset?
Well, the gym itself has a 90-day program. So you kind of direct them, and that takes care of their nutrition and teaches them how to eat properly.
Oh, okay, I got it.
But you only have them for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's true.
And then 23 hours after, they destroyed everything you did the 1 hour.
And 80% is eating.
Yeah, so as you go along, you just kind of just reiterate, look,
Yeah.
if you want to change, you need to do this.
Right.
Next day, you harp on something else,
Yeah.
Just keep reminding them, because they need that constant reminder.
Right.
And then after a while, they just hear your voice in their head.
Yeah, it's true. How are your workouts going now that I'm not there anymore? Are you working out? No, I always see you working out.
I'm still working out. It's something that it's become a part of me. Even before I came to the gym, I was working out.
Yeah.
But I have a few medical conditions, and that in itself reinforce the fact that I have to work out.
Oh, okay. So that's important. Well, and now when let's talk back to the band. And sorry, when we start talking about working out, we can talk forever. But you just got done with a tour. How long was the tour?
Well, our tours are not, they're not consistent, but we'll start like early in the year, like in February, March, and we'll go right through up until November.
Oh, wow.
For this year, we started in January, and we just stopped just now.
Okay. And you've been all over Europe and the U.S. both?
Yeah.
Or mainly Europe or what?
Europe,
Both.
U.S.,
Both,
a little
but
bit wherever.
Yeah.
Okay. So now when you're on tour, that takes a lot of your energy. So before you go on tour, does the exercise help, or what do you do to get you ready to take on a whole tour? Because that's got to be difficult.
Going on tour is one thing. I always do something. And I remember I came off a tour. And I saw myself in the mirror, and I said, "I'm not going back out there looking like that."
What do you mean? I've known you for like
because you
10
know what?
years.
Yeah, but my tummy was looking a little bit, inflated. Let's say, like somebody put a little balloon there or something. So I figured, you know what? I'm not going back out there looking like that. You're playing to 15 to 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
As I say, we're old men in young people's business.
Oh, you guys don't look old at all. Just like me, 25.
Yeah. Good thing we don't have Mike Stern. Or lead guitar player. You'd say something else. Yeah. But the point is that you have to look good for your audience, because you're playing to a primarily young audience. And surprisingly, even for our audience, it's mainly, I would say, 60% female. So there is that image problem.
Yeah.
There's one person in the band that we're trying to convince, and he tries to do his best, but genetics take their toll for him.
Yeah.
There's some things that you can do, some things that if you're not genetically disposed to look like me, you're not going to do that.
Well, and he has to work out and eat healthy and
Well, he
put
kind
the
of has
time
a catch
in.
22.
Yeah.
Because he has a bad knee.
Oh, okay.
Because of the weight. But in order to lose weight, he needs to work out. But the knee is a problem. He can't get the knee fixed before you lose the weight. So,
well, I got the perfect guy for you to fix the knee. I just did a radio show with him yesterday.
Until he loses the weight. So it's a catch-22.
No, but it's not surgery. But we'll talk about that later.
Then,
Dr. Penosa.
When we're on the road, no, that's different. Some hotels have very nice gyms. Some hotels have no gym at all.
Yeah.
So Lance usually travel with a bag.
Yeah, of course. You get the band out. You do planks on the floor. There's so much.
Yeah,
it would be great for him.
We travel with our weight. It's body weight.
Yeah, right. Well, that's true, right? We don't need anything. What about a pool? When you guys go to hotels, they have pools. Get them in a pool.
Yeah, actually,
that's great for the knee.
Yeah,
rehabbing for the knee. So anyway, okay. So in order for you to get ready for your tour, so how'd you get rid of the inflated little belly that you had? Eating or exercising or what?
Well,
Both.
the thing is that I try to eat correctly. I'm a diabetic, by the way.
Okay.
So I try to eat correct.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sometimes you, like anything else, you cheat from time to time.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? But for that, I'll probably spend at least 2 or 3 days just doing abs.
Yeah.
Just during those periods, especially right before you get on the road. You know, apart from the regular stuff that you do, but I'd concentrate more and getting that six-pack in shape before you go on the road. Because on the road, it's hard to keep that up.
Of course, but aren't you burning so many calories?
You burn a lot more.
We actually burn
you
more
burn a
on
lot
stage.
more than you're probably taking when you're on stage.
No, you're on stage for how many hours for each show?
Usually 90 minutes.
90 minutes. And then before, you got to get there, what, an hour before?
Oh, Lord.
2 hours before?
Call it 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So you're there 4 hours. And then after the show, I'm sure there's more to do. Right? Go out partying. That takes energy.
The glamour that people think we live longer last 2 hours per day.
Yeah.
And then the rest is back to work.
Yeah. Now, when you're not on tour, you're rehearsing how often?
Well, we run a business here in South Florida. We run Circle Out Studios.
Oh, studios for other bands and wow.
Yeah, actually, it's still listed as a private studio, but everybody, you know what I mean, from Julio Iglesias to Gloria Gloria Stefan. I'm thinking about what's her friend's name?
They have Shakira,
Gwen Stefani.
Oh, I love her.
Gwen Stefani.
Oh, how cool.
You know what I mean? Has been there. You know what I mean? So and now we have like all the American reggae bands, the Slightly Stupid, the Soldiers. Even as we're speaking right now, Protégé is there. Protégé is one of the new up and coming artists from Jamaica. He just came in today.
Oh, great!
You know what I mean? So there's always something going on.
Now, speaking of reggae and back when, like Bob Marley and the classic reggae, would you say music has changed so much?
Well,
as far as
just
the
to
reggae
inform you, Tout is played on all Bob Marley albums.
I read your post on my Facebook when the guy thought that Sweat was originally Bob Marley. He's like, get your facts straight. That was funny. And the guy is a sweet guy. He just misunderstood whatever.
A lot of people know me, but they don't, because I don't tell them what I do or my history. But back in the early 70s, I was a session musician, and even while I was a session musician, I worked with so many different artists, from Jimmy Cliff, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Burning Spear, you name them, the Rolling Stones. I've worked with a lot of these people. Now, recording with Bob, everybody knows No Woman No Cry.
Yeah.
You've heard me play keyboards. Yeah. They just don't know it's me playing the keyboards.
Oh, okay. Oh, but that's amazing. That's so cool.
That's the thing. The original recording, because there's a live recording, which my friend Tyrone Downey, who actually ended up touring with Bob, did a live recording.
Wow.
But I actually did it on the Not Dread album. That's all me. As a matter of fact, the credits on the Not Dread album says Touter right there.
Oh, how neat. Now, when did you start becoming musically inclined? When you were how old as a little boy?
Actually, I think that started before I actually started playing music, because of my background. I grew up in West Kingston, you know, where there were a lot of sound systems. I don't know if you know what we call a sound system. It's like a disc, but a DJ discotheque.
A traveling DJ.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and these guys used to play close to my house, and I could hear they start setting up from like 2 o'clock in the day, and all you hear is about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That's when you hear the bass. That's when the bass comes in.
This is cool. I like
this.
So
you know, I mean, you're listening to that all day, and then you hear all this music. So I grew up with listening to that.
Wow.
And I remember talking about spirituality again. I remember saying, if I ever play music, I'd like to sound like that guy. listening to early Bob Marley records. The first time I heard Bob Marley, I said, I like to sound like that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 360 Degrees again. You know what I mean? The very first band that I got into became Bob Marley and the Wailers. The very first group that I played any notes with.
That's amazing.
Straight out of high school.
Believe it or not, we're getting our 1 minute call. How did this fly by so quickly? And now that we're getting into the heart of it. But what you just said is you manifested in your mind what you wanted to do, and you did it. And that wraps this up with the whole spirituality thing. And then we're going to play your song again. Is that if you're open and aware and you follow the signs and you can put everything into your mind that you wanted to play with the Bob Marley when you were little, and then you ended up doing it.
Actually, end up doing it.
It's amazing, and that's what our message is.
And my influence growing up was Inner Circle.
Wow, yeah. So follow your dreams.
And another drummer friend of mine in the Third World, we grew up together. Now he plays for Third World.
Wow, see, it all is connected. I wish we had more time, but we don't. Thank you guys so much for coming. Bye. Oh, that went nice.
Thank you for tuning in today and starting your very own journey through transformation. Do not wait to get the perfect weight, find the perfect mate, or the perfect job to become happy. Be happy today. Lisa will continue to help guide you weekly to become more mindful and live in the now. Feed your body healthy and nutritious foods, get your body moving, and feed your mind with positive affirmations. Remember, with a positive mind, your body will react accordingly. Believe, and you will achieve greatness. Namaste. The opinions expressed on